Goofy arrived in the Australian Outback, his neck craned back in awe. The air was filled with the sounds of cackling kookaburras and the rustle of strange plants. He was armed with a brand new, incredibly complicated camera, determined to become the world's greatest wildlife photographer. Ever wondered what happens when Goofy, a camera, and a whole lot of kangaroos collide? Prepare for an epic outback adventure where my photography skills, or lack thereof, lead to some truly wild and hilarious mishaps. You won't believe the photos I almost took. A friendly local guide named Bruce tried to give him a lesson.
Righto, mate.
The key to wildlife photography is patience, stillness, and blending in with the environment, Bruce explained. Goofy, however, heard penance, thrills, and lending your tent to the government. He gave Bruce a confused but enthusiastic thumbs up and marched off, immediately getting his tripod legs tangled together. Goofy spotted a mob of kangaroos resting in the shade. "Gorsh, perfect," he whispered. He tried to blend in by hopping towards them, holding his camera. The kangaroos, intrigued by this lanky, clumsy creature, began hopping around him in a circle. The resulting photo was a dizzying, blurry spiral of fur and dust. Setting up for a majestic landscape shot, Goofy pushed the button to extend the tripod legs. He'd accidentally hooked the release cord to his belt loop. The legs shot out with a SBROTNG, launching the camera into the air and sending Goofy tumbling backwards into a prickly Spinifex bush. Seeing a long, log-like shape in a billabong, Goofy crept closer for a stealthy close-up. "Hold still, little fella," he cooed. The log opened a large, toothy eye.
It was a crocodile.
Goofy yelped, stumbling backwards and snapping a photo of his own 2 feet flying through the air as he scrambled to safety. He decided to chase a flock of emus, convinced he could get a perfect action shot. The emus, much faster than they looked, led him on a merry chase through the scrub. The only thing his camera captured was a frantic, bouncy sequence of the ground, the sky, and the emu's retreating tail feathers. After a long, patient stalk, Goofy finally had a koala perfectly in frame, peacefully munching on eucalyptus leaves. He pressed the shutter button. Nothing happened. He'd forgotten to take off the lens cap. By the time he fumbled it off, the koala had given him a look of profound pity and climbed away. Trying to take a triumphant selfie with Uluru in the background, Goofy got the camera's complex timer settings wrong. The camera started taking rapid-fire shots, one after another. The photos progressed from a happy grin to a look of confusion to panic as the continuous flashing startled a nearby lizard that ran up his leg. A curious dingo started following him, probably intrigued by the sandwich sticking out of Goofy's backpack. Goofy, thinking it wanted to be a model, spent an hour trying to pose the dingo. The dingo, in turn, spent the hour cleverly distracting him and stealing his lunch, captured in a series of photos where the dingo looks increasingly smug.